Hey guys, Dusty here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Puma Velocity Nitro 2. So we'll get started with the basics. The Puma Velocity Nitro 2 is a neutral road running shoe. It has a stack height of 33.5 millimeters in the rear, 23.5 in the forefoot for a heel to toe drop of 10 millimeters. My men's size 8.5 weighs in at 8.9 ounces or 254 grams. And I know some others have mentioned that their shoes fit a bit long. I didn't find that to be the case. I found that they fit true to size, so no issues with the length. And as far as the width goes, pretty average width, no issues there either. Now the upper's really nice, breathes just fine. Lockdown was really good in this shoe. You have a nice gusseted tongue, solid laces. The heel counter goes about halfway up and then it's flexible at the top. But overall, no heel slipping issues, no hot spots, and overall a really well constructed upper. Now we move along to the midsole, and Puma is using their nitrogen infused midsole, at least along the top here. On the very bottom layer, there's just a layer of basic EVA foam. But this top layer of nitrogen infused foam is going to be softer, more responsive. Personally, overall, I didn't find this shoe to be super plush, super soft. I'd say it's kind of medium cushioning, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Then if we move along to the outsole, you have a ton of rubber coverage, and the rubber that Puma's using is their Puma Grip, and this stuff is awesome. It grips excellent, it's very durable, and in this shoe in particular, there's even really tiny lugs in the forefoot. And even though this is a road specific shoe, I think you'd have no problem kind of using it like a door-to-trail shoe on some well-groomed hard-packed trails. So overall, my experience running in the Puma Velocity Nitro 2 has been just okay. There's nothing that this shoe does that really blows me away. Usually I get to this a little bit later, but let's talk about price. The price of this shoe is 120 US or 150 Canadian. And that is very inexpensive. That's one of the least expensive shoes I've reviewed in a very, very long time. It's basically impossible these days to find a high quality performance running shoe under 120 or 150 Canadian. And going forward with this shoe, I'll just keep using it as a daily trainer. Kind of those slow to medium runs, the runs that make up the bulk of any sort of a training program. This shoe isn't my first option for any sort of a workout. I've pushed the pace a bit in this shoe and it felt okay. It didn't feel super responsive and like it was giving me a whole lot of energy return. Now with that being said, just because this shoe doesn't necessarily do anything great, I think it does do most things pretty well. So who do I think this shoe is best for? I think this shoe could be a really good option for a brand new runner. So first of all, you're not gonna have to drop over $200 to get a pair of shoes. You're going to get a shoe that's really durable. You're probably easily going to get 400 or 500 miles out of this shoe. Like I said, this is a good option for the bulk of any training plan. So you get this shoe from Puma, and you could get their racing shoe, the Puma... I gotta look it up. Sorry, I should know what this shoe's called. I did a marathon in it. So yeah, you could use this one, the Velocity Nitro 2, for all your daily training, and then when it's time to go fast, push the pace, do some intervals, when it comes race day, then you could use a shoe like the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite Racer. That's kind of their top end shoe. It's still very inexpensive compared to the other carbon plated shoes out there. But yeah, you get this shoe, that shoe for way less money than any other combo out there. And that's going to get you through a ton of training and racing. Puma's definitely a company to watch out for in the running space, I think. They keep putting out really solid products. And I will say I have been reaching for the shoe more and more. So as of right now, I'm just kind of starting a brand new training build towards some race goals for next year, like far, far into the future. And a lot of my runs right now are just 10 to 20K easy. And oftentimes I find myself just reaching for this shoe. It feels good underfoot, as far as a neutral shoe goes. It's not a stability shoe, but it is a stable feeling neutral shoe. But like I already mentioned, for me personally, when it's time to pick up the pace or my legs are just trashed and I have to go out for a very easy or recovery run, for myself, I'm not using this shoe. So overall, good shoe, not great. Doesn't do anything bad though. Price point on the shoe is really nice, and I feel like a lot of runners, especially new runners, could really benefit from having this shoe in their running rotation. And if you like this review, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe for more everything running, and I'll see you in the next video.